Hey photographers, let's talk about one of the least glamorous but absolutely crucial parts of running your photography business. That thing is receipts. I know it's not as fun as booking clients or editing dreamy photos, but when tax season rolls around, you'll be so glad you took the time to do this right. If you've ever wondered, do I really need to keep all these receipts, or how do I organize them for taxes? This video is for you. Hi, my name is Heather and I'm a wedding and senior photographer based in PA. On this channel, I love educating other photographers about taxes and finances as a small business owner, and I'm so excited you're here. In this video, I'm going to walk you through all you need to know about business receipts for tax purposes as a photographer. This video is brought to you by my free masterclass, Maximizing Your Tax Deductions as a Photographer. In this masterclass, I'll walk you through the 5 most common tax deductions that photographers miss when preparing for tax season. I'll give you actionable tips so you can maximize your deductions and keep more of your hard-earned money. You can find a link to the class in the show notes. All right, let's dive into this week's class. Let's first talk about why receipts are so important. Receipts are proof of your business expenses. They're what you'll use to show the IRS you're not just making up your numbers. And they're also essential to claim deductions that reduce your taxable income, which in turn saves you money. Without proper proof, the IRS can deny your deductions even if they're legit. So yes, receipts do matter. Now, your next question may be, what even counts as a receipt? Here's what qualifies. 1, it could be a paper receipt for purchases. 2, it could be digital receipts from online orders or subscriptions. And 3, it could be bank or credit card statements if they clearly show the purchase details. Now, for a receipt to be beneficial to the IRS, make sure it includes the date of purchase, the vendor name, the description of what you bought, and the amount spent. For example, if you buy a new SD card from Amazon, that emailed receipt with all the details is exactly what you should save. If for some reason a detail is not written, make sure that you manually go in and write it or add it to the file name so you clearly have all the information that you need for that expense. Then when you have that, you are good to go to save that receipt and have it in case you would ever be audited later on down the road. Now, let's get into the how. How do you keep your receipts organized so tax time isn't a complete nightmare? Here's my system. First, I love to go digitally. I use apps like QuickBooks or Expensify to snap pictures of paper receipts. It makes it easy to keep all the information about an expense in one place with the receipt attached. For extra backup, I still love to hold on to those physical receipts in a folder in my office just to be extra safe. The second thing in my system is I love to create a folder in my email for business expenses. This is where I save all of my digital receipts so that I can easily reference back to them if I ever need to. And then lastly, I love to categorize my receipts, whether it's digitally or physically. It makes them easy to have it categorized based off of the tax deduction categories so that I can easily tally up everything at the end of the year. These categories can be things like equipment or software or travel expenses and so many more. But out of all 3 of those, there's one rule that is most important in my system. It's to not wait until the last minute to do all of these steps. Set aside time weekly or monthly to organize your receipts because it will save you so much time at the end of the year. Now, one big question that I get often is, how long do I have to keep these receipts? Here's a quick tip. Keep your receipts for at least 3 years after the date you file, which is how long the IRS has to audit you. If you underreport income by 25% or more, they can actually go back 6 years. So if you're unsure or just like to play it safe, I recommend to keep them 7 years just to make sure everything is covered and there if you would ever get audited. Now, before we wrap up, let me share a few common mistakes I see photographers make when it comes to receipts. One is not saving small expenses. Those $10 purchases can add up, so don't ignore them. Save every business receipt. The second thing is mixing up personal and business expenses. Make sure to use a separate business account to keep things clean. It is very important to only deduct business expenses. And the last one is relying only on bank statements. These don't always have enough detail to prove the purchase was business related. So make sure to keep those receipts. Receipts might not be the most exciting part of your photography business, but trust me, they're your best friend at tax time. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment below with your receipt organization tips. I'd love to hear what works for you. And don't forget to sign up for my free masterclass, Maximizing Your Tax Deductions as a Photographer, so you can gain a clearer understanding of how to optimize your tax strategy and feel more confident about managing your finances. Thank you again so much for joining me this week, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.